Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
3, check 3. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Check it.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He completes this one to Mack. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Showing it, showing it.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. And he's got his man Hilton. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Set up. 10-2 stop.
Come on, D. Check 99, check 99.
Hey, exit.
Come on, switch it.
Ready, ready.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 45-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Ready.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check safety, check safety.
Go on, go on.
Check. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
Yes, yes.
Motion.
Shoot.
Back to throw. Herbert. And the catch made by Hilton. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, 40 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams are script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to his running back, Grant. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Let him know, let him know. 49, check 49, check 49. 66, pull it, high. Let it go.
Jackson now. Complete to Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Defense, let's go.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
Ready?
55, check 55, Mike. Oh yeah, and here we go again.
Snap.
From the gun, Herbert. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You've got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Wide, get wide.
Bam.
Check the outreach.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
That's the way. Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Hey, Mike's 4-2. I got you. He's crashing.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time.
Check 25. Check 25.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jalen Ferguson gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check 43. Check 50. Check 50.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Get it.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Now.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And this one is no good. He missed it, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Colts' 48-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
58's the money. 58's the money.
Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He gets it to Brown. Complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a 1st down as well.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on 2nd down when they got the sack? Because on 3rd down, 0 pressure, all the time in the world, and he picks up the 1st down with that throw.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They go play action now. Jackson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it, just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe...
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Let's go. Get that quarterback.
After the interception, here's Jackson being chased out left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. He completes it to Jones. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a third and goal here.
58, come on. Let's go, D. Check. Match box. Right. Double up.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Herbert. This one complete to Jordan Reed. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert complete to Hilton. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
I say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Check three. Hey, watch it.
Now.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
You gonna see me? Hey, Zoo. You gonna see me in your nightmare?
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. There's a party now.
Go out.
Whip. Watch the whip. 36. Check. Crunch.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check right, check right.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now they try the right side here. He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Play action. Now Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll start on the ground with Mack. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Get it.
They run with Hines. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
At the Ravens' 34-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Hey! Back. Check 26, check 20.
Here's Hines. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Set. Inky Gator. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Watch the safety creep. Check 9, check 9. Get it ready.
On 1st down, it's Mack. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
He's coming. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Watch safety creep.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I know you felt that one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Slam. Check 3, check 3.
Two.
On 3rd down, Mack. going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd down.
On the double. Get the edge, Mike. I'm coming for you. You mine. Watch the edge.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. A gain of 39 that time.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. This time Jackson will throw it. Buying time to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. SOS. Look, squeeze. On the ball now.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered. Behind the line.
He wasn't ready.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Check the out. He's checking. Crash. 49, check 49. Shift.
They go right back to Mack. There he goes inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. This is Hines. There he goes left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines, 29 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Throwing now, Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Ready? 53 is the mic. It's our time. It's our time.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to have a third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Hey, watch the slant.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Going up top. And no, it's incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
70, Indy. 55.
Watch the slant.
Check. Watch twist.
Kill. Turn up.
Get.
On first down, Mack. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Wide. Get wide.
Check 52.
Check your hot read.
Let's go.
Now a give, right side. Hines. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
That's it. Big hit.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Out.
On third down, it's Mack. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now Jackson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up. Incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Jackson to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation, because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Staying on the ground with Mack. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
We got double up.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. Got some room at the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 10. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.